quiet in this old farmhouse when the day is almost gone. Just a ticking clock and a worn-out chair and the hum of a distant song. I don't always pray out loud, don't always know what to say. Sometimes all I've got is a broken sigh at the end of a weary day. The fields lie still outside my door under a fading moonlit sky, and I wonder if my fragile words can reach that far on high. But you don't need a shout of faith to know what's on my heart. When heaven hears a whisper, soft as falling rain, when my strength is barely holding and my hope feels thin as grain, and you lean close in the silence, you catch every trembling prayer. When heaven hears a whisper, you're already there. I've seen people pray like thunder with fire in their voice. I've seen mountains move in sermons with a bold and fearless choice. But I've also knelt in weakness with tears I couldn't hide, and all I had was help me, Lord, from somewhere deep inside. And in that small surrender, when my pride was stripped away, I felt a peace come over me that words could never say. For you don't measure faith by volume, you measure it by trust. When heaven hears a whisper carried on the midnight breeze, when my heart is tired and heavy, dropping to its knees, if you don't turn from quiet sorrow, you don't wait for perfect prayers. When heaven hears a whisper, you're already there. There were nights I felt forgotten, like my voice got lost in space, like my whispered cries for mercy never reached your throne of grace. But then I'd feel a steady hand calming every fear, and I'd remember you are closer than the air I breathe in here. If you can hear a sparrow fall, if you can calm the sea, then surely you can hear a simple prayer from me. When heaven hears a whisper, mountains don't have to shake. Miracles can still be born from the smallest act of faith. You meet me in the quiet where my broken heart lays bare. When heaven hears a whisper, you are there. In the hush of early morning, in the stillness of the night, in the spaces in between wrong and right, you are listening, you are near to every sigh, to every tear. Not a word is ever wasted, not a prayer is ever small. Heaven bends to hear them all. When heaven hears a whisper through the cracks of doubt and fear, through the silence of uncertainty, you make your presence clear. And I don't need 1,000 words to know that you still care. When heaven hears a whisper, you are there. So tonight I'll sit in stillness, let my restless heart grow dim, and trust the God who hears the faintest cry that rises up to Him. Even if my voice is shaking, even if my faith feels thin, when heaven hears a whisper, it reaches Him. I've been walking down these back roads since I was 17, chasing after wide horizons and the life I thought I'd need, with a restless kind of hunger and a head full of my plans. I didn't know the Lord was guiding, even when I wouldn't understand. There's dust on these old boots from the places I've been through, and there's scars upon my heart from the things I tried to do. But somehow in the wandering, you never let me go. There's dust and grace on my boots from every mile you pulled me through, every wrong turn, every heartbreak, every night I thought I'd lose. You were mercy in the gravel, you were hope and worn out truth. Yeah, there's dust and grace on my boots. I've stood under neon lights thinking that was living free. I made promises I couldn't keep to the man I thought I'd be. But when the laughter faded out and the crowds all disappeared, I heard your voice in the silence saying, son, I'm still right here. You don't love me for perfection, you don't hold me to my past. You keep meeting me with kindness that's too good to ever last. But it does, and every time I look back, I can finally see there's dust and grace on my boots from every mile you carried through. When my pride was in the ditch and my faith was bruised and blue, you were steady as the sunrise, you were love that never moved. Yeah, there's dust and grace on my boots. Now I'm older, a little wiser, but I still ain't got it all. I still stumble through my worries, I still feel that midnight call. But I've learned the road ain't wasted when your hand is holding mine. Even desert miles can turn to songs in your perfect time. So I'll keep walking through the seasons, through the joy and through the pain, 'cause every step I've ever taken has been covered up in grace. There's dust and grace on my boots from the valleys and the truth, from the prayers I couldn't finish, from the tears that fell like dew. You were faithful in the struggle, you were God when I was loose. Yeah, there's dust and grace on my boots. Grace in the miles, grace in the scars, grace in the nights I fell apart. Grace when I ran, grace when I stayed, grace in the price Jesus you paid. And I don't dust and grace on my boots, and I wouldn't change the truth, 'cause every broken road I walked was bringing me to you. Now my story's not about me, it's about what mercy do. Yeah, there's dust and grace on my boots. So if you see me on that highway with the sunset in my view, just know I'm not walking lonely, I'm walking held by you. And when this road is over and I lay these boots to rest, I'll trade the dust for heaven, and the grace will do the rest. Yeah, there's dust and grace on my boots. Didn't plan on walking here, where the light feels far away, where the air is cold and heavy, and my hope don't wanna stay. I've been staring at the mountains, wondering if I'll ever climb, but the ground beneath my boots feels like borrowed time. The valley has a way of whispering that I've been left behind, that the God I sang about won't come to places like mine. But there's a truth that keeps on rising, even when my heart is weak. The valley still belongs to Him, even when the night grows dim, when the shadows stretch around me and I'm barely holding in. He is God of every low place, every tear, every broken limb. The valley still belongs to Him. I've seen rivers run through deserts, I've seen flowers in the dust, I've seen prayers get answered slowly when I thought they turned to rust. And I've learned the darkest seasons don't mean heaven walked away. Sometimes it's where He does His deepest work in a hidden kind of way. He don't always stop the thunder, He don't always calm the rain, but He walks with me through trouble and He carries all my pain. So I lift my eyes to Jesus and I breathe in what is true. The valley still belongs to Him when my faith feels paper thin, when the road is rough and rocky and the fear is closing in. He is mercy in the midnight, He is peace that won't grow dim. The valley still belongs to Him. Blessing meant no sorrow in my days, but now I know the shepherd walks with lambs through darkest ways. And the same hands that made the mountains and hung the stars above are the hands that hold my trembling heart with everlasting love. So if I'm walking through this lowland, I will not bow to fear, 'cause the God who owns the valley is the God who brought me here. The valley still belongs to him, and he's not done with me yet. He's refining every piece of me with fire and with breath. He is faithful through the waiting, through the hurt, through every test. The valley still belongs to him. If he rules the raging ocean, if he speaks and storms obey, then this valley is not greater than his name. If he conquered death forever, if the grave could not prevail, then my darkness has an ending, it will fail. So I will sing in the low place, I will worship in the pain, 'cause the valley is his kingdom just the same. The valley still belongs to him when I can't see past the wind, when the tears keep falling nightly and I don't know how to mend. He is close, he is not distant, he is holding me within. The valley still belongs to him. And one day I'll reach the sunlight where the hills begin to rise, and I'll look back at the lowland with new strength in my eyes. And I'll know the reason I survived was never me back then. It was Jesus in the valley, and the valley still belonged to him. I was standing in a field at dusk with the horizon in my eyes, crimson streaks and fading gold painted across the sky. The world felt small and quiet, like it paused to catch its breath, and every worry I was holding didn't seem so heavy yet. With boots pressed in the red clay and the wind against my skin, I felt a holy whisper calling me again. Not in thunder, not in flame, but in the calling of my name. Beneath the wide open heaven, I found where I belong, where the maker of the mountains has known me all along. No walls, no grand cathedral, just mercy falling down beneath the wide open heaven. Your grace surrounds. I've chased a lot of answers through the noise of city lights, tried to fill the empty spaces with temporary highs, but nothing ever settled like your presence in the breeze. Nothing ever healed me like falling to my knees. Out here there's no pretending, no crowd to impress, just a heart laid bare in honest emptiness. And in that simple surrender, I finally understood. Beneath the wide open heaven, where the stars begin to shine, I feel the weight of glory and the peace that's hard to find. No fame, no recognition, shaped the valleys and hung the moon in place are the hands that hold my future and steady every step I take. You see beyond my failures, beyond the things I've done, and still you call me chosen, still you call me son. The sky keeps stretching endless like your mercy over me, and every breath I'm breathing feels like being set free. Beneath the wide open heaven, I'm no longer afraid, for the God who paints the sunset walks with me each day. When tomorrow feels uncertain and the road is hard to trace, beneath the wide open heaven I see your face. Every doubt grows quiet, every fear grows small, when I remember you made it all. If you hold the stars in place, if you call them each by name, then surely you can hold this fragile heart the same. So I'll trust you with my questions, trust you with my plans, trust you in the waiting, trust your greater hands. Beneath the wide open heaven, with the night wind in the trees, I find a deeper worship in simple melodies. No spotlight and no stage, just gratitude profound. Beneath the wide open heaven, your love is found. So when the world feels crowded and my faith begins to thin, I'll step back out where earth meets sky and let you speak again. 'Cause everything feels clearer where the skyline stretches wide. Beneath the wide open heaven, you are by my side. There's an old dirt trail behind my house, winds through fields of pine. I've walked it since I was a boy, with heavy thoughts in mind. And some days it felt like freedom, some days it felt like fear, but every step along that path, you were always near. The boots worn thin for miles, dust rising in the sun. I didn't always know it then, but you were the faithful one. When the road grew dim and narrow and I could barely see, it was His light on this old trail, shining when my strength would fail. Through the valleys and the shadows, where my courage turned so pale. Not a lantern made by man, but a love that never fails. It was His light on this old trail. There were seasons I went wandering, chasing after pride. Thought I didn't need a compass, thought I'd be just fine. But the night can fall so quickly when you're walking on your own, and the silence gets so loud when your heart turns into stone. Still you never left me, didn't let me lose my way. Even when I turned my back, you were lighting up the gray. Through the doubt and through the question, trail. Every stumble, every fall, every story I could tell, it was his life on this old trail. Children pointing at the sky, telling them about the mercy that met me in the night. I say there'll be days you won't see clearly, when the path feels hard and cold, but trust the one who walks beside you. He'll never let you go, 'cause I've seen too much of heaven to ever turn away. His hand upon my shoulder on my darkest days. It's his light on this old trail, brighter than the fiercest gale. Through the years and through the miles, through every tear I've trailed. No matter where these boots may roam, no matter what I face, it's his light long, and the night feels strong. When the wind cries out like I don't belong, I remember the promise, I remember the flame. The same God who called me still calls my name. Not once has he failed, not once has he turned. Every lesson in the dark was a lesson learned. It's his light on this old trail, soft and steady, never pale. Not a flash that fades away, but a fire that will prevail. And when my final mile is walked and my story's fully told, it was his light that brought me home. So I'll keep walking forward through the dust and through the rain, with a heart that's finally certain not a step has been in vain. For every road I've ever traveled, every valley I have known, was lit by his light on this old trail home. I've been running down these back roads with a restless, reckless heart, chasing every neon promise, tearing my own world apart. Thought that I could find redemption in the things this life could give, but every mile just left me empty, with a heavier load to live. I wore a smile like armor, told myself I was fine, but the silence in the late night said I crossed a fragile line. And when I ran out of excuses and I ran out of pride, I came back to the arms of Jesus, where the broken are restored, where the shame I just a love that heals and frees us. I came back to the arms of Jesus. I remember Sunday mornings as a child beside my mom, singing songs about forgiveness and a place where I belong. Somewhere down the road I wandered farther than I meant to go, but the truth I tried beside us was the truth I'd always known. You don't close the door behind me when I'm the one who leads. You stand watching down the driveway, waiting patiently. And the moment I turned around, I saw you standing there. I came back to the arms of Jesus, through the tears and through the dust, with a heart that needed mercy and a soul that learned to trust. You didn't ask for perfection, you just reached out to receive us. I came back to the arms of Jesus. If you're lost out in the distance, if you're tired of being strong, if the road you're on feels hopeless, like you've wandered far too long, turn around, take a step. You don't have to clean up yet. He's not waiting with a list, he's waiting with open arms. No matter how far you've been, no matter the shape you're in, there's a place where mercy starts, right back in his heart. Soft break now to the arms of Jesus, not because I earned the right, but because his love was stronger than the darkest part of night. And I'll never walk away again from the one who sees us. I came back to the arms of Jesus. Now every road looks different with his hand holding mine, and the peace I tried to find out there was here the whole time. If I ever start to wander, I know just where my freedom